Hey guys, welcome back. So, if you've ever run a business, okay, you might have experienced this at least once. Or if you're planning to start your own business, you will experience this. Okay, that is talking to unqualified people. Now, let me just give you my example. Okay, I have an AI agency. I don't have any domain, I don't have any professional email, nothing. Okay, and I've sent a lot of emails, lot of DMs, and every single time I got a response, I used to be super excited. Okay, like this might be a potential client, and as the newbie that I am, I get super excited, and then I go text back and forth. If they have any questions, I solve that questions, and sometimes I even got on sales call just to know that they were not interested and they are never going to buy, or they would just totally ghost me. Now, that was super frustrating for me, and that is why I built this lead qualifying agent. Now, at any point in this video, you feel like it is too getting too complicated for me, or you just getting bored. You have two options. Either you can download the blueprint, or you can book a call with me. Both the links are down in the description. Okay. Now, I didn't add this part to the video, so I'll just show you how you can do it. So in the description, you will have the link to my Gumroad. So when you click on the link, you will have a page like this. And now what you need to do is you can put a price if you want to. I'm not asking you to do it, but if you think that you want to add a price, you can. But if you don't, just put a $0 there, click I want this, and then just enter your email and then click get. You can download the blueprint. Okay. Once the blueprint is downloaded, what you want to do is go to make, click on create a new scenario. Now here you'll see three dots, click there, go to import, choose the file. I have this file, click open and click save, and then you have the whole agent ready for you. Now you have to do some minor setups, and that I show you that in the video. You can just fast forward it. Okay, with all that said, let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll make a lead qualifying agent. Now what this does is based on, so I have made a form, and when I answer that form, according to my answers, it is going to categorize and see if I am a potential lead or not, and then it is going to notify me as the owner that I have got a potential lead. Okay, so first I'm going to explain you what the automation does or how the agent works. Then second, I'm going to show you a demo, and then finally we're going to build it. Okay, so let's get started. So here is the agent. This is how it looks like. Now what's happening here is, first I have type form module. Now I have already set up the form. I'll show you how the form looks like, so you don't need to worry about it. So I fill out the form, and then we have three different routes. Now in the first route we have budget and consistency. So in my form I have asked two particular questions on which I'm categorizing the people. Do you have the budget, necessary budget to invest in my coaching, and are you willing to stay consistent? Okay, so this is for an imaginary fitness coaching. Okay, so then we have an AI. Now what this AI is going to do, it will create a email for me. Okay, a welcome email, or people who are qualified, an email for them. Then it is going to create a draft of that email, and finally it is going to send me a message in Telegram saying that I have a potential lead and this is the email that I have generated, just let me know what you think. Okay, then in the second route we have people who have the budget but are not willing to stay consistent. Now these can be people, if you just push them a bit, they can potentially turn into a client. So again, I have an AI that generates the email and sends the email. Okay, finally we have the final route, that is they don't have the budget and they are not willing to stay consistent. Now the people right here, you can give them some free value if you want to, but if you don't want to, that's still fine. So what I've done is I have an AI that will generate an email, send an email, give some free value or tips or something, and then I've added their name and email to a Google Sheet. I have another part of this automation, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to show that, because what that does is after I say okay to my mail, then it will automatically send that email. That is the only thing. But most people don't like when when AI writes an email for them. Well, it is all up to you. You can just use AI to notify you of the potential client. Okay, so it is all up to you. You can change this however you want to be. You can be as creative as you want to be. Okay, so now let me just show you a demo. So now what you're seeing is I filled out the form. You see the AI is generating the email. Now it's creating a draft, and now it sent me a message on my Telegram. So if I go to my Telegram, you see I have a new notification. It says you have new lead, Aditya. I've drafted the email. Please let me know. I'm thrilled to see your enthusiasm, your readiness to commit to our coaching together. Your answers tell me you're truly prepared to take the next step. Here's what we can do next. Schedule a call to discuss specific goals, outline personalized plans, and address any questions you might have. Here we have the booking link right here, and I'm excited to partner up with you for your transformative journey. Cheers, Aditya. Now the next part of this automation is for this agent is, if I say okay, then it will automatically send this email, okay, to the person. So if I'll show you that as well. So if I say okay, so if I click run once for this, use the existing data, it will say now it's takes the email, goes for sleep for 5 seconds, then sends me the email. And now if I just quickly check my mail inbox, you can see I have the message. You see it says, hey Aditya, I'm thrilled to see your enthusiasm, blah 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 blah, and all the stuff. Cheers, Aditya. So that is an AI agent for you guys. So for the sake of this video, I'm not going to create a draft. Okay, create a draft. I mean, you can if you want to, but for the sake of this video, what I'll do is I'm just going to use the AI to inform me that I have a new lead, because most people like to talk to their leads themselves. So, and if you're a salesperson or a closer, you don't want to use an AI. You might just want to use your own skills to close them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use AI to inform me, and then I'm going to keep the rest of the flow same, if that is what you want. I mean, you can play around with this however you want to. Okay, so let's start building this. Okay, so first let's head over to Typeform, and I'll show you the form that I've created. That is this. Okay, so I've asked very basic questions. What is your first name? What's your email? What best describes you, beginner, intermediate? On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you? And do you have the necessary budget to invest in my coaching? And finally, I ask, are you willing to stay consistent and follow the process? Okay, so these are the basic questions. And I was actually thinking of using Typeform to make this automation, but unfortunately I only have one response left, and we might just need to do testing, so I can't do that if I only have one response left. So we'll use Tally instead. Tally is also another site where you can make forms. So I'll click new form and I'll say qualifying form. I'll just do a quick okay, so I'll name this lead qualifying form. Start by scratch, click this plus, and then first short answer. What's your name? Click add. Another short answer. No, we'll do email instead. What's your email? And what other questions did we have? What best describes you? And that is a multiple choice. So we have a multiple choice. What best describes you? Beginner, intermediate and advanced. Then it's a number. On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you? Then we have a multiple choice again. Do you have the necessary budget to invest in my coaching? Multiple choice. Do you have the necessary budget to invest in my coaching? Yes, no, and let's do a maybe. I don't want option 4. And finally, are you willing to stay consistent and follow the process? Again, a multiple choice. Are you willing to stay consistent and follow the process? Yes, yes, no, and then I'm not sure. I need more info. I'm not sure. I need more info. Okay. So now we have the form ready. We'll publish this form. Okay. Copy this link, open it in a new tab. Because you need to fill out this form. So now back to make.com. If you don't know what make.com is, it's a third-party platform that helps you connect all different apps like Typeform, email, Telegram to each other, like you've seen me do. Now we'll create a new scenario. First we'll go here and we'll say tally, watch new responses. Now we need a webhook. Okay, I'll just add a new webhook. I'm gonna call this lead qualifier example. Wait, okay, perfect. Connection is going to be that form ID, lead qualifying form YT. Okay, we've set this up. Now we'll click run once and let's just fill out this form. Name is Aditya, email aditya2250@gmail. I'm a beginner. On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed am I? Let's say 6. I am willing to necessary budget to invest in my coaching. Yes. And are you willing to stay consistent? Yes. Okay, there's a problem. Since we are not using type form, we cannot list the responses, so we have to keep filling the form again and again. So what I'll do is, instead of testing this, I'll just stop this. We'll build out the whole agent, then we'll test it out, because the problem with tally is that you need to fill out the form every single time, so you can't keep on testing it. Whereas in type form, what you can do is, when you can put 2 modules, that is a watch response module and then you have a list module. So what that does is it takes all the answers and stores the answer. Well, tally cannot do that, but still, let me check. List field definitions, list all the field definitions for the selected form. No, so it cannot do that. So that's bad, but okay. So now I'll use Eden AI. Then I'll go to generate chat response. you have the connection. Now if you don't know how to connect this, what you need to do is go to edenai.co, and then you sign up. Let me just quickly do that. So when you sign in, you'll have a dashboard, okay, like this, and you'll see an API key. Copy this API key, head back to make, click on add, then paste the API key. Make sure you give it a name so that you're not confused. I mean, if you have multiple connections, give it a name and then paste the API key and click save. Okay, it's that simple. Now the text that I want to analyze is all these answers. Okay, not all the answers, but how committed are you, necessary budget, and are you willing to stay consistent. Only these three answers. Okay, now I'm going to keep the max tokens. If you are trying to generate an email like I did in my original AI agent, you might want to remove this, because max tokens is technically the number of tokens that it can use. Okay, so it is basically like a character limit. If you have ever filled out a form or something that they have a character, where they have a character limit, the best example is LinkedIn. When you send a connection request, you have a character limit of 50 words or something. This is like that. So after 250 tokens, when it hits 250 tokens, after that it won't generate the rest of the email. So it will generate an email, and then midway it's going to stop the email and just cut it. So it will say thank you, and it's like done. Not even thank you, thank, and there will be a y, and it just ended the email. Okay, so if you're generating an email, make sure you remove the tokens. Then providers, I'm going to use OpenAI because we all like OpenAI. Then in the generate chat response, I'm going to give you the prompt, which I'll take from my previous scenario. I already have the prompt right here. What I'll do is I'll copy paste this, and I'm going to tweak it a bit. Don't worry, I'll paste the prompt in the link also, sorry, in the description also. So I say you're the world's best email copywriter, you're the ultimate expert and the top authority in this field, and no one can match your knowledge and expertise. So instead of email copywriter, I'll say you're the world's best assistant. You're the ultimate expert and the top authority in this field, no one can match your knowledge and expertise. You're tasked with informing me about the people that are interested in my coaching. I judge them that they're interested using the answers to these questions. And I'm going to remove these. I'm going to paste in this answers right here. You can use them in your response if you want to. Don't add any placeholders. You can remove all that because you don't need this, because these are for all the emails. Never change the last line. Aditya likes to send his email. Cheers, Aditya. Okay, we'll just remove all of that. So we have the email prompt ready. Sorry, not the email prompt. We have the AI prompt ready. Now I'll hit just save. Now I want to test it. So I'll run this. Then I'll go back and I'll just hit submit. Thank you for completing the form. So now if I go back, see, submitted the form. Now AI is generating the response. Now let's see what it gave me, if I like it or if I don't like it. Okay, so I tested it out and it didn't actually perform the way I wanted. So what I'm going to do is, in previous history, I'm going to go and I'm going to click user. User is technically me. What I mean is, in role you have two different roles, the user and the assistant. User is technically who's using the AI, that is me, and the assistant is someone who's assisting me and coming up with my answers, that is Eden AI in this case. Okay, so now in message, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these answers. Sorry, wait. Instead of that, just gonna answer it myself. What was the question? I forgot. Are you willing to stay consistent? Yes. And do you have the necessary budget? Yes. And on the scale, okay, no, we don't want that. So if I go back, yes, yes. So we have two yeses. Then what we'll do is under assistant, we'll say you have a new lead. You have a potential client. We'll put his name, Aditya. Get back. So that is the response that we want to have. You have a potential client, Aditya. Okay, so now I'll just see if this works or not. Now let's see if this works. I really hope it does. Okay. Now what I need to do, it kind of gave me the answer that I wanted, but I need to make it short. You are tasked with informing me, the owner, about the people that are interested in my coaching. I judge them that they're interested in using the answer to these questions. And now I'll remove this. Keep your responses in short, one-liners only. This is the only problem that you face when using Tally, because you cannot test it, because you cannot store the answers. You cannot test it again and again. You have to fill the form. You have a highly interested potential client. Perfect. Now that is the answer that I wanted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to inform myself through Telegram. So Telegram bot. So first what we need to do is to add a module to drag this trigger here, and again go to Telegram, then search for watch updates. Then we need to add a hook. Okay, so how do you add this? So first you go to Telegram, then find bot father. Okay, then what you need to do is just write hashtag, and it says hashtag new bot. Okay, so if you're using bot bot father, you guys might be using it for the first time. So when you use bot father, it shows you starts with this. So you need to say new bot, and then once you say new bot, it will give you these a very big message like this, and from that just click on slash new bot. Okay, let me just show you. I say slash new bot. Okay, and it's all right, a new bot. How are we going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. Let's say lead qualifier YT test. It's a very bad name. It must end with bot. Okay, so I'll copy that again. Okay, now let's choose a username. Okay, I'll copy that and I'll say bot. Okay, congratulations, we have this bot. And you see, use this token to access to your HTTP API. So you have the token right here. Copy the token, go back to make, and here just paste the token. Okay, and then just hit save. Okay, once you've done that, I'll just choose my this one, and I'm gonna hit save. Then what I'm gonna do is go back to Telegram and then click on send text. Now you want the chat ID. Okay, so in order to get the chat ID, first you need to make sure that this runs. Okay, so what you're gonna do is go back here to your Telegram, click on this plus, go to new channel, and then just create a new channel. So we'll give it a name. Let's say lead qualifier YT. Next, now click here, okay, then click on this, go to administrators, and now we want to add the administrator. Okay, so before that we want go to bot father, we're going to copy this username. Okay, then we'll go back to administrators, click on administrator, paste this username, add this username, and now you're done. Okay, so now if I say hi in this chat, okay, but before that let me just click run once, go back to Telegram, and I'll say hi. Oh, okay, that won't. Okay, that didn't work because I had the wrong connection. Okay, now perfect. So if I click run once, I go back. So now if I say hi, but before, okay, so that is running. If I say hi, now you see I have under channel post, if I go to click on center chat, you see I have an ID. I'll copy this ID, copy that, connect this, and paste that ID right here. Now under text, enter the message or text to send. So for that what I'll do is I'll put the trigger. Wait, I need to unlink this, drag the trigger back here, connect this message here, and then the text that I want to send is right here under results. If you see generated text, now I'm going to tweak this a bit. So it says you have a highly interested potential client, and I'm also going to add the name. Add this, I'm going to put this here, the name field, and then I'll hit save. Now we can just delete this module. Okay, now we're going to add a filter because we don't want this to run. I mean, everybody that fills out the form, we don't want everybody to be the potential connect. Okay, that is not going to happen. So now we'll say if the budget, if they have the budget and they're willing to stay consistent. Okay, so we're going to take the answer for this, and we're going to say if that contains case insensitive, yes, and if consistency contains case insensitive, yes. Okay, so now people that have the budget and are willing to stay consistent, okay, who answer yes to both of my questions, they will go to this route. Okay, now in the second route, again, what we are going to do is generate a chat response. Again, use these, and for people that are not quite there, for them I'll send an email. So we're going to copy this prompt that I have set up right here. There are only minor differences in the prompts. Okay, there's not some huge difference, only one or two words have changed right here and there. Okay, then I'm going to save this, then click here, and we're going to send them an email. Send an email. Make sure you have the right connection. I'll put the email right here. Subject line, you can also generate the subject line using an AI if you want to, but I'll just say, let's say welcome. Okay, not going to think too much about that, and then the result is going to be generated text from here. Okay, now to connect your email is actually a bit difficult, but just follow the steps that are given right here, because if I go deep into this, it is going to be a whole another video to that. But make.com has this really good thing. The documentation is actually good, so you have the photos and everything right here, how you should do, what you should do, which websites you should go, okay, and everything. So you can just follow this, okay, and you'll have your email ID set up. Okay, after doing all that, we have finally come to the third route. Oh, we have to put a filter here as well. We'll say budget, okay, but not consistency, and then I'm gonna put the budget. Sorry, I have a bit cold. Case insensitive, I'll say yes, and consistency, no. Case insensitive, save. So click this wand so that it is aligned, and finally we have the final one, which is going to be again the same thing. Go to generate response, or what you can do, the best thing is we just copy this down here, but either way I've done it. So now again, OpenAI, the prompt is going to be the same. For people, you're tasked with writing emails for people that are not yet ready yet. You need, okay, then what I'm going to say is you are tasked to write a sorry email informing them that they are not a good fit for us. Okay, then I'll remove this, and add these. Okay, that is done. Again do the same thing. Mail, we're gonna go to send an email, change the connection to email address, subject line, I'm sorry to inform. We're gonna do plain text. The result is this generated text. Save. Then if you want to, you can add a Google Sheet also. So let's do that as well. Google Sheet, I'm gonna go to add a row. Adding a Google connection is very easy. Just sign into your Google account and it's done. It's very easy. So let's see. Let's do lead. I don't know if I've created, but lead follow-up agent. Okay, let's do that. Sheet number is 1. Okay, the name, meal plan followed, energy level. Okay, this might be a bit different, but okay, that's fine. We're gonna use this Gmail for now. Under email, I'll put the email and then I'll just hit save. Okay, so with that, this is all ready. Oh, one last thing, we forgot the filter. I'm gonna say budget no and consistency no. So again, the budget contains case insensitive and no, and the consistency contains case insensitive no. Save. Okay, so now if we test this again, go here, this run, chat was not found. Why? Okay, so now let's test this. Click this run once, put my name, email, let's do intermediate 6s. So if I go back, see, it went through here and it sent me a notification. Say you have a highly interested potential client, Aditya. Okay, that's cool. So that was it, guys. So if you want to add the mail, in between Eden AI and Telegram, you can do that as well. You can create a draft email. And if you want to know the second part of this agent on how I created that, after saying an okay, it will automatically send an email. If you want to know that, just let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video about that. With all that said, I want to say thank you so much and I'll see you soon. Bye.